Every AI chatbot, what you have used till now, mainly answers your query or questions. But we are going to a world where AI agents are building codes, booking tickets for someone, building entire trip itinerary, writing emails, processing refunds, and so on. So in this video, I'm going to explain how AI systems work and how should you design AI systems and what all the information you need to know before you start building an AI system. Here's one idea that unlocks everything. Let's say you ask AI that find me a cheapest flight from Kolkata to Bangalore, okay, this week. And all it does that it will go through all the web pages and it will search through different websites and will give you an answer, and that's it. That's all generative in nature. But an AI agent will first search through different websites, it will analyze all those ticket prices, it will check with your past behavior and your preferences, and then it will find a right slot for you based on your availability, and it will book a ticket and it will send to you over email. And that's an entire AI agent working in loop where lots of steps are involved, and that loop is the one that think, act, observe, evaluate and think again until a predefined goal is met. So this loop will keep on running until and unless the objective is satisfied or the conditions are met. And that's the agentic AI loop. Now I have broken an AI system design into 5 major blocks. The first one is the brain, that is the LLM. The second one is memory. Third is tools and actions. The next is orchestration. And the final one is guardrails and human in the loop. The first component is the brain, the large language model, which first reasons like what it needs to do to achieve to that goal. And then it breaks down into small chunks of tasks, and then it plans everything before it acts on it. So the reasoning is a very strong and key component to make any AI systems work. Basically, it needs a reasoning strategy. Let's say that an LLM is trying to fix a bug in a code in a production system. So first it will understand like what is going wrong with the existing code. Then it will apply the fix, and then it will rerun the code, and if it fails it will again enable its reasoning strategy, right? Until and unless the problem is fixed, it will run on the loop. So that is react in nature. So basically reason and then act. Second component is memory. Without it, an AI agent forgets everything the moment the task ends. Imagine AI is drafting everything inside one email thread, and that's short-term memory. Everything happens inside a task or inside an email thread. The moment that is over, all the memory is gone. Now imagine an app that recommends what to buy or what to recommend for your next purchases. So it needs your past purchasing history, your preferences, so that it can recommend you relevant things. And that's long-term memory. That's where RAG also comes into the picture, which stands retrieval augmented generation. So basically when you have in an agentic AI system a knowledge base, some preferences and some past data and history, and based on which AI systems can recommend you something or it can answer you to some questions that you ask based on that document or knowledge base. Third component is tools. That's what exactly differentiates from a chatbot to an AI agent. A chatbot only answers to your question, but an AI agent connects to a tool and performs an action. Let's say you want an AI agent to draft an email and to send it, or you want it to book a flight ticket for you. So it cannot do automatically with just LLM, right? Because LLM is only for reasoning and thinking. So it needs to execute the plan, it needs to execute or it needs to act. Now to act, it needs to have some access to some tools, right? Let's say if you are asking an AI agent to send an email on your behalf, so you need to give an access to your mailbox and the necessary permissions so that it can draft, it can review, and it can send an email. Now in a real life AI system, there are a lot of tools which comes into the picture. And to connect to all these tools, you need to integrate to these tools first. That's where MCP model context protocol comes into the picture. I'm not going to cover that in this video because that standardizes the connectivity or the integration to every tools. So I have covered MCP details in a separate video, so you can just refer to that video on my YouTube channel. Fourth component is orchestration. Now there are two types of agentic AI systems. One is a single agent system or a multi-agent system. Single agent systems are straightforward, where you give it a small or a narrow task and it plans, acts, evaluates and once that goal is met, it ends. So that's an easy workflow. But real world AI systems are majorly multi-agent complex systems. Imagine a big company handling lots of customer queries at a time. So if you rely on a single agent, it will take humongous amount of time because you need to enable parallelism, right? Where things will not only be in sequential matter, where one starts after the previous task gets over, rather you want multiple tasks to run in parallel. Now to do that and to accommodate that, you need to introduce multi-agent AI systems. Please note that these are not very much cost efficient, where you have to invest a lot of money because it's multi-agent. So when we are talking about multi-agent, there could be possibilities that there are multiple LLMs are involved, there are multiple tokens are being consumed in a single wireframe basically. So you need to plan it properly, like whether you really need a multi-agent system or a single agent system. But as I mentioned, that in terms of a multi-agent system, your orchestration becomes very important. Your one agent will research the issue that the customer is querying. The one will be analyzing those things or those queries and the issue, like why it happened. The one will be trying to solve it or the possible solutions, and that's how it will combine. One will also do the evaluation, and maybe one will solve that problem. So it's like a company where multiple workforce are working together. Now here in this case, it's all AI agents who are working in parallel. So you definitely need a manager to manage all these AI agents, and that's where comes the AI agent manager, which will define like which agent will kick off for which tasks and how the overall workflow will work. So you need to emphasize on these parameters, where you need to ensure that your AI agent manager is orchestrating the tasks properly, and that comes into your design phase. Please note that multi-agent doesn't mean that it's more advanced. It's a simple trade-off. If you need multi-agent systems, you need to factor in more cost and more optimization. Fifth component is guardrails and human in the loop. This is where major AI systems fail. When you are trying to create autonomy and you are applying systems to act, and you are giving it power like agents to act on your behalf or to automate things, you need to ensure that the guardrails are maintained in a great way. Otherwise, it can cost in trillions to companies. Let's say that you want to do something irreversible, like refunding some money or ensuring a deal is made and a payment is done, where a lot of fraud can take place. So you need to ensure like how to direct these AI agents and what are their limiting boundaries. Like the task when the AI agents will be performing, there should be rules and regulations. There should be things which will hold that AI agent to go beyond its perimeter, right? So that's where you need to be more focused while you design an AI system. That's where comes human in the loop, because no agent or AI agent systems are fully autonomous. If you make them fully autonomous, there are quite a big possibility that AI agent will fail. So before you make some decisions which are very crucial, you definitely should incorporate human review. So that's where before making any final decisions or very important decisions which may impact the entire deal financially, or which could impact the entire company in terms of money or costs, you should always keep some human in the loop for approvals and reviews. Every scenario you saw today, an agent is booking your flight tickets, issuing refunds, fixing codes, writing your content, they all are built from these 5 foundational things: a brain that reasons, a memory that persists, tools that act, orchestration that manages the entire system, and guardrails, human in the loop, that keeps it safe. That's the entire architecture, whether it's a small personal project or a production grade real world agentic AI project. That's it for today's video. If you have enjoyed this video, please do like, share and subscribe, because in Orbit AI channel we educate and we learn together the AI and the fundamentals of it. I have done a lot of hands-on on my previous videos where I have done no code AI agent build, and I have also used AI agents with codes, so you can check out those videos based on your requirements. I hope you have enjoyed it. Please stay tuned for the next one, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.